Good evening and welcome to the Somerville Redevelopment Authority meeting of December 20th, 2023. My name is Phil Ercolini. I'm chair of the Somerville Redevelopment Authority, and I call this meeting to order at 5:38 p.m. And pursuant to Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023, this public meeting of the SRA is being conducted via remote participation. This session will be recorded and will be a public record. I will now ask the board members to confirm they are in attendance, and I'll do so in alphabetical order. Awana Bonney.
Here.
Then Ewan Campen. William Gage.
Present.
Christine Stone is not here presently. Am I missing someone? Patrick McCormick.
Present.
And Phil Ercolini are here. We do have a quorum. So I'll now ask the city staff to present a few of the house rules about using the technology.
Yep, thank you. So hi everyone, my name is Ben Demers and I'm an economic development planner with the city, and I serve as staff to the Somerville Redevelopment Authority, or the SRA. So when an agenda item is being presented this evening, any presentation materials that staff have received ahead of time will be displayed on the screen. If city staff or other participants wish to direct the board's attention to a specific page, they should verbally note what page staff should show on the screen, and should then verbally explain to the board what is being shown. Please also note that this meeting is being conducted remotely using Zoom webinar. In order to comply with open meeting law under state guidance, which does not allow for side conversation, the chat function amongst attendees has been disabled. If you as an attendee have a question or would like to make a comment on the matters discussed tonight, please use the raise hand function to indicate that you would like to speak. I will unmute participants one by one and give you 2 minutes to speak. And when it is your turn, please clearly state your name and address before saying anything else. After 2 minutes, your microphone will be muted. Please remember that any questions asked by attendees this evening will be part of the open record. And I'll now pass things over to the SRA Special Counsel, Catherine Lester-Selkert.
Hello, my name is Catherine Lester-Selkert and I am special counsel to the SRA. I want to remind all board members that all votes must be roll call votes with a motion and a second. The chair will call on each board member for a yes, no vote in alphabetical order. I think we go back to Phil now.
Okay, thank you, Catherine. So the first item on the agenda is approval of the October 18th general meeting minutes. Did all members have an opportunity to review the minutes? Are there any amendments, errata, anything observed, any comments by members? It's up on the screen. If anyone, any of the members need to refresh their memory, if they didn't receive a copy of that draft earlier in the week.
Phil,
Yes, Bill. Been engaged.
I have a comment on page 1 of the minutes.
Yes.
It looks like about the 7th line down. SRA voted to approve all temporary uses other than snow removal. It's missing other.
Okay, noted.
Oh, it's missing then. I'm sorry.
Okay. On line 7 of the, where it says snow removal operations update, on where exactly are you looking on page 1, Bill? 7 lines down?
Highlighted.
Okay, gotcha.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Line 7.
I see it now. It's highlighted. Yes. Okay. Excellent. Thank you, Bill. Any other observations, comments? Okay, seeing none. So I'll move to roll call vote on the amended or the minutes as amended. Awana Bonney.
Yes.
It's a motion to approve. Is there a second on that?
Well, second.
Well, is there a first on that then?
Second.
Okay, then Ewan Campen seconds. Roll call vote. Awana Bonney.
Yes.
Then Ewan Campen.
Yes.
William Gage.
Yes.
Patrick McCormick.
Yes.
Christine Stone. Has she joined us yet? Is not. Okay. And Phil Ercolini voted to approve the October 18th general meeting minutes as amended. The second item on the agenda is a public comment period. And I think, Ben, you had earlier indicated there were no members of the public in attendance at that time. Are there any now?
No members of the public have joined outside of staff and SRA members.
Okay, so we'll move right along to item number 3 is the 2024 schedule review. And Ben, were you going to address us on that one?
Yeah, let me just get this set up. Appreciate all the patience ahead for the tech pieces tonight.
That's okay.
Okay. Can everyone see this?
Yes.
Yes.
So this should not be a particularly long item. We just wanted to do, given that it's our last meeting of 2023, we just wanted to do a little bit of a look ahead for 2024 in terms of the different topics that we would be discussing at SRA meetings. This is very much a draft or potential schedule, so this is not set in stone, but kind of wanted to give a sense of how we were trying to split things up throughout the year and the time between updates on projects. So to run through some of the urban renewal plans and disposition project plan associated updates that we're planning to give every 3 to 4 months, aiming to give updates on 90 Washington Street. Those might be more frequent, obviously, as needed and as decisions need to be made. One of the changes here from last year is also that for the Union Square revitalization plan, we're aiming to do updates every 3 months. So would aim to have somebody from the Union Square Station Associates or US2 team coming to give those updates. And then we've also added updates here around the Winter Hill Urban Renewal Plan. So kind of check-ins on how 299 Broadway is going. And then also the Assembly Square Revitalization Plan. I know we discussed last year when discussing the annual report, or a couple months ago when discussing the annual report, wanting to do some sort of update or sort of status of the implementation of the Assembly Square Revitalization Plan. So aiming to do that within the first half of 2024. Outside of the sort of urban renewal plan related projects, we also have here plans for staff to give updates on SRA recruitment. So actively recruiting for the vacant position. We're hoping to get that posting up sometime in January. Also have a few updates here from Groundwork Somerville, who is a tenant of the SRA in Boynton Yards. And then lastly here also have a goal for revisiting the annual report for 2023 in early 2024, hoping to do a bit earlier next year than we did this past year. But beyond this, we also just wanted to use this time. I'm just going to mute anyone who is not currently. Yep. So we also just wanted to have this time if SRA members have other topics of discussion that they would like to see on agendas at some point in 2024, just to give staff some lead time to think about when to come together to present on them. I had received one over email to give an update on Gilman Square planning. So I have added that to the list, and I think we can find a time in 2024 to come back together and talk about that process. Wanted to ask about other topics that SRA members might also want to see on this list.
Okay, thank you, Ben, for that. Any questions on that, Patrick?
Yes, through you, Mr. Chair. Let's see, just a minor question and then a suggestion in terms of topics. So for the recruitment, is that still going through the recruitment committee?
So yeah, so the Somerville Redevelopment Authority is one of the, I think, 11 boards and commissions that are under the purview of the Appointments Advisory Committee. So they will be a part of the review process. So once the staff liaison for the different boards and commissions works with the communications department to actually put out the post and then collect responses back. And then once we get responses back showing interest in the post, then we will work with the members of the Appointments Advisory Committee to actually review them and select candidates to be interviewed. And then from that process, 2 final candidates are recommended to the mayor. And then the mayor then selects one who is then recommended to the city council for approval.
Okay, great, thanks. And then through you, Mr. Chair, my suggestion, and look, I think this looks great to me, and my suggestion is kind of optional depending on whether it's practical and there's time and other members think it's a good idea. But I always find that when we get to the annual report, it allows us to look at the big picture. And maybe even if you're thinking early in 24, we're thinking about the next annual report. I was just thinking perhaps an overview without going in too deep for all these different areas where there's some SRA responsibility and some city plans underway. If there would be time for sort of just that whole of city look at the various efforts, including a high level thought of, are we, and I think this had come up before, how are we meeting our objectives, the city objectives and so on. And that could just allow us to have a little bit more of a strategic view as we get a little bit more tactical, throughout the year. So just an idea. Again, I'd want to make sure others think that could be worthwhile. Thanks.
Thank you,
Yeah, thank you.
Patrick. Just from a personal perspective, I think it's very much worthwhile. Any of the other members want to
Yes,
comment?
I have.
Yes,
I have one question about the June 19th. Is city celebrating it, or it's gonna be a regular work day? This is a June 19th.
Through you, Mr. Chair, that's a great question, Ivana. It might, I need to look at the official list of
Okay.
city holidays, but regardless, I think even if it's not on the list of city holidays, the SRA can also choose to meet at a different point that month,
Okay.
so we can maybe plan to meet the week before.
okay. Thank you, Juana, for that. Any other questions or comments on this? All right, well, Ben, thank you very much for that, and we'll now move on. The next item on the agenda is executive session to discuss 90 Washington Street litigation. So we'll take is there a motion to move into executive session? I'll entertain a motion. Patrick McCombs makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second,
Alana Bonnie seconds. We'll do roll call vote. Alana Bonnie,
yes.
Benjamin Campen,
Yes.
William Gage,
Yes.
Patrick McCormick.
Yes.
Christine Stone still has not joined us. Phil Erkeline had voted yes. So we will move to executive session. We will reopen at the conclusion of executive session. We'll reopen to discuss the rest of the items on the agenda. Okay, well, we'll see you in a bit, hopefully.
Ben, should we leave and come back in?
Mhm.
Okay, just check.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so, we're back in open session and, is everyone joining us?
Through you, Mr. Chair, Bill Gage is still rejoining.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
Ben, you have a sense of humor, I'll tell you. Bill's coming. I'm just glad I beat Bill. I'm second to last with me, but I'm just glad I beat him. Hi, Bill. Okay, you need to unmute, or Ben needs to unmute you, one or the other. All right.
All right, I'm unmuted.
Okay, good. All right. So the next item on the agenda is item number 5, which are items not reasonably anticipated by the chair. None. Ben says no,
Yeah.
nothing. Rachel, no. Okay, item number 6, then, we do know our next meeting has been scheduled for Wednesday, January 17th, 2024. Unless we have to deal with some other issues. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. You didn't want mine
Anyway.
before, but
Then you and
I'll
Kim
second it.
and Bill Gates seconds, so roll call vote. Alana Bonnie,
Yes.
then you and Campen,
yes.
William Gage, Patrick McCormick.
Yes.
Christine Stone was not.
Yes.
here.
Happy
Yes,
holiday.
Patrick is recorded, and Phil Ercolini, we have voted to adjourn. Happy holidays, everybody.
Yes, happy
Stay well.
holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
We'll see you.
Thank you.
We'll see you in
Enjoy.
January. Good luck.
Take care.
Yep.